Let's begin with the foundation, caring for yourself. Every strong CEO protects their greatest asset. And you might be asking, what is my greatest asset? Well, I have the question and the answer. Your greatest asset is you. You are your greatest asset, your greatest contribution. And so you've got to be able to pour. And what I found out is this: you cannot pour from emptiness. So many leaders are pouring into everyone else, aren't we? Your jobs, your family, your church, your business, your community, but nobody is pouring back into you. So, guess what happens? You're tired, but you're still showing up. Come on, put it in the chat. Tired. Come on, if that's you, you're tired, but you're still showing up. Drained, but you're still showing up. Come on, if that is you. Yes, Cherisse, I'm sometimes drained, but I still show up. Empty. Woo, now that's deep. But you're still giving. Put that in the chat. Empty, still giving, if that is you. This is called survival mode. You're just surviving, and survival mode is not sustainable. Eleanor Brown said, self care is not selfish. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Think about how many times you have neglected yourself and tried to serve others. Healthy CEOs protect their capacity. Go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm going to protect my capacity. You know what your capacity is. I'm going to protect it. Studies in workplace psychology show that emotional exhaustion reduces leadership effectiveness, your decision making, and empathy. You cannot lead well if you are depleted. Proverbs 4:23 in the NIV says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your heart is your engine of your leadership. So go ahead, put a heart in the chat. Come on, heart it up. If you've ever felt drained, but you kept going anyway, it's okay. No judgment. Heart it up. Come on, I'm hearting with you, okay? It's not what you should do. You've got to learn how to take time for yourself. Pour back into you. Self care is the best care. And then this, CEOs, burnout is not a badge of honor. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that exhaustion should be celebrated. Like, woo, give me a trophy because I am exhausted. Give me a trophy because I am busy. Give me a trophy because I got things to do. I never get rest and I'm always tired. That's what we say. We wear it like a trophy, but burnout is not success. Burnout is a warning sign. Now, I want you to be truthful with yourself. Are you burnout? Are you experiencing that feeling of exhaustion, depletion? Go ahead. We're not judging you. Put it in the chat. We're talking about it tonight. We're coming into awareness of how we feel and who we are. Burnout is not the price we have to pay for success. You can be successful without being burnout. The World Health Organization classifies burnout as a workplace syndrome. And this is what it does. When you are burnout, it increases anxiety, depression, chronic illnesses, relationship strain. If you're experiencing any of those things, you've got to reset. You've got to change some things up, right? You've got to make yourself a priority. So go ahead, put it in the chat. This is your homework right now. Reset. I am going to reset. I am going to take time for me. I am going to release burnout. And so, if we're going to release burnout, one of the things we have to do is get rest. Woo. That is a beautiful covenant word. Rest, rest, rest. Put it in the chat. Rest. Rest is strategic. Rest is not you being lazy. Rest is leadership. High level CEOs rest intentionally so that they can think clearly. Isn't that something? People like Bill Gates takes what he calls a think week for rest and reflection. So if billion-dollar CEOs and leaders rest, I feel like so should we. So should you. Rest is imperative. The CDC reports this, that my goodness, sleep deprivation reduces decision making by nearly 40%. 40% of people don't get the proper rest. But I love the scripture that says this, Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest will restore your clarity, your thought process. So did you put rest in the chat? Come on. I need more rest. I will rest. I will rest in my rest. Okay? You have to commit to self-care. And then another way that you are going to make sure that you're good with yourself, with self-care, with loving yourself, are setting boundaries. Ooh, now that's a word. Boundaries. Every strong leader has boundaries. If everyone has access to you, no one is getting the best version of you. Ooh, can I say that again? Cherisse, say that again. If everyone has access to you, you have no boundaries, then who is getting the best version of you? You have got to learn how to protect your boundaries, your time, your energy, your focus, your peace. So go ahead and put it in the chat. Come on, I hope you got your fingers ready tonight. I'm going to protect my time. What are you going to protect? Time? Energy? Which one? Put it in the chat. Your focus? Your peace? I often say this. My peace is expensive. I can't afford to give it away because it costs me too much. That's a Cherisse Stevens quote. My peace is expensive. I can't give it away. I can't afford it because it costs me too much. Same thing for you. Your peace is valuable. John Maxwell said, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow. So go ahead and put in the chat, I am setting boundaries. Boundaries. Strong leaders are strong CEOs, and they know how to say no with confidence. Who am I talking to? In this chat, you have got to learn how to say no with confidence. I found out that no is an answer. It works. And sometimes you've got to be able to say no with no explanation. The answer is no. So how do you set boundaries? Some ways you can do this is not answering late messages, right? You have to let people know, hey, after 8 o'clock, after 9 o'clock, after 6 o'clock, no messages for me, okay? That is my time to schedule personal time, my time to protect my family space, my time to limit emotional draining. It's my time. Put boundaries in the chat if you're going to do this. If you're protecting your peace, your time, I want you to commit to it. You're going to commit to this. And then another area that sometimes we don't like to talk about is healing. But in order to be a CEO, to lead in your community, in your home, in your church, in your business, wherever, your family, healing is necessary. Unhealed wounds do not disappear. Remember when you were riding bikes when you were little? I remember. And you get on that bike, right? And you fall and you get hurt and you got a wound and it's bleeding and it's just ugly and right? If you don't address that wound, it can get infected. You have to address it. You have to pay attention to it. You have to say, well, it's here. Let me do something about it. healing is necessary. Your wounds won't go away by themselves. They show up in your decisions, in your relationships, and in your leadership. Research in emotional intelligence shows that unresolved trauma affects stress, confidence, and communication. So you've got to do that, what I call inner healing. Put that in the chat. Inner healing. Some of us have been carrying things way too long. I want to be healed. Come on, inner healing. I want to be healed. I don't want to carry the trauma. I don't want to carry the drama. I want to be healed, right? Healthy leaders do their inner work. You have to do the inner work. We know how to look good, don't we? We know how to look good on the outside, yes, but we got to do the inner work. And I love this because Dr. Thelma Bryant said this: healing is not a luxury, it's a necessity for leadership. Woo! How many people do you know who are leading while bleeding, right? They're not healed and they don't want to be. And then sometimes they'll bleed on you. But healing is not a luxury. Thank you, Dr. Thelma Bryant. You have got to heal from the inside out. Psalms 147:3 says this: He heals the brokenhearted and he binds up their wounds. Healing requires a couple things, though. Awareness. Yeah, you got to be aware that I have something that I need to be healed from, delivered from, right? It also requires reflection. You got to think about it, pray about it, ask God to help you with it. It requires support, making sure your community, the people that you have around you, are people that can support you, that are people that can pray for you, people that will be there for you. All of those things are important in your healing process. And I think one of the main things for healing is simply forgiveness. Put it in the chat because I just hit somebody. Forgiveness. You have got to learn how to forgive. It's all a part of your healing process. So go ahead, type healed. I'm healed. I want to be healed. I'm going to be healed. I'm going to do what I need to do to be healed. Go ahead, put it in the chat. You're making that declaration. You want to be whole. So go ahead and say, I care for myself. Yes, it's okay to say it. I care for myself. I honor my health because my health is wealth. Go ahead, put it in the chat. I honor my health and I protect my peace.